sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And the starting group for the Spurs. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. But he didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The playing time just wasn't there.
On its way from Curry for 2. Green against Duncan. Green, no luck. Here's San Antonio. Green dishes to Parker. He kicks it to Leonard. In low to Duncan. Leonard attacking. Splitter passes to Leonard. Clock at 4. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Warriors on D. 4-point game. Here's Parker. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Parker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
What a finish with that hoop.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. They get it back. Green, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
2 shots.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And Green, more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year. So just getting better and better every year.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Curry attacking. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Curry's got his first points of the night.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And Green very vocal, very outspoken. He's occasionally rubbed, in fact, opponents the wrong way.
Yeah, never shy about contact either, Kevin. He can get under opponent's skin at times, but if he's your teammate, you love what he brings to the table. Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
Now here's Curry. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Green kicks to Leonard. Here is Splitter, covered by Barnes. Puts it up from 15, and the jumper is on the mark. And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense. but you think, Steve, he can become a go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team. And I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down on the block. And he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 8. Thompson with it. Now Green defending. Count that one. Thompson's got his first 2 points. The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Parker outside. Dishes to Duncan. Green with the rebound. And here we go with Steph Curry. In the corner, Iguodala with it. The three-pointer, no good. San Antonio leading by 6. Here's Parker. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Parker's got 6 points.
And the story of this game in the early stages was just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season. But when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. That's good.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them.
And Duncan last season averaging close to a double-double in less than 30 minutes a game, as dominant on the glass as ever, Tim Duncan.
Ginobili against Barbosa. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now Mills. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Feeds it to Baines. Spurs passing it around. It's stolen by Bogut. It's Thompson off the drive. And the layup falls. Thompson's got 6 points. And you take a look at Tim Duncan's rebounding, Steve. Moving into the top 5 in career double-doubles.
Yeah, he just passed Karl Malone and the great Bill Russell. So Duncan just continues this late career renaissance. His play has just been spectacular in the last few years.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Mills from the arc. And the rebound goes to David Lee.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Almost, but it rolls out.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Ginobili gets a wide-open look. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Spurs out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's Lee and Bogut inside. Klay Thompson is out there at Barbosa, and it's Iguodala in at the 3, the small forward.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Banked in off the glass. Iguodala's got his first points in this one. And downing a pick and roll. Basically, a guard gives the ball handler a lane towards the basket, but prevents them from using the screen.
I like your basketball knowledge and acumen.
See, I've been listening to you.
That's exactly right. The big man sits back around the free throw line in the non-penetration. It's a strategy that basically concedes the deep two, another indication of where analytics coming into play in terms of strategy.
Thompson with the bucket.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
San Antonio leading. Duncan with the screen for Parker. In low to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Iguodala dishes to Barbosa. There's the three. The shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Green kicks to Ginobili. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch, and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. Last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
And Ginobili, guys, clearly focused on trying to stay healthy. The last couple of off seasons, Steve, he's bowed out of international play.
Well, it's smart. I mean, he's got so much mileage on his body, and it's more important for him to spend his summers just working on his body, staying healthy, strengthening those areas that he needs. And it's always tricky, though, to say no to your home country when they ask you to play on the national team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here's Thompson, and the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard attacking. They grab their own miss. Green kicks to Parker. Pass to Duncan. Shot is off. Good D by Lee. Warriors trail by 4. And here's Iguodala outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Duncan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Parker. And that one's good. Parker's got 8 points.
I love when he takes the ball inside. That's when he seems to really get on a roll.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
You got to find something. You're right.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, last season's Coach of the Year, one of only 3 coaches to win that award 3 times. He's also a 5-time NBA champion as a head coach, and really has been the model for consistency and excellence as a head coach, as a leader of his team in San Antonio. They've won 50 games, 15 consecutive years now, and clearly players are a big part of that. But his leadership and his ability to relate to his team and to get them to be a team is something that will send him right to the Hall of Fame when he's eligible.
There's the dish to Leonard. Duncan with a screen on Iguodala. Leonard with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. And the wide open shot from Green. The 3-pointer off the mark. Warriors trail by 6. Here's Barbosa. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And that one's good. Parker.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And it's Barbosa, again missing.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Here is Splitter. Back to Parker. That is good. Parker's got 12 points in the game.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Iguodala, the pass to Barbosa. And another three for Golden State.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Green gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Duncan right side. Back to Parker. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
Boy, that floater takes such a nice touch.
And we finish one half of basketball. Spurs lead by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
The second half beginning in just a moment.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 14 points and 4 assists. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Automatic, guys, just completely automatic at this point.
Spurs leading by 10. On the floor for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. And it's Parker in at the point. Now here's Parker. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And Green gets it to go.
You know, for a long time, people would think about the Spurs as a slow-it-down team, but they've had an explosive offense the past few seasons.
Barbosa. And it's Barbosa, again missing.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Spurs shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Last season with the Spurs, they were second in effective field goal percentage. Top 3 as a team and a ton of other offensive categories, too. The analytics really support what they did with the record.
Well, they play a lot faster pace than you would expect, and they're smart. And the shots they want to get are the ones that they take. I mean, they're always looking to have the ball find the best shot for their team. It's very rare that that team would collectively go cold because of the ball movement and the quality offensive players they have.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson is already an elite shooter, but he isn't done yet. He wants to be a complete off guard. He said, I'm trying to attack more. Everyone knows my jumper is the base of my game, but to be an all-star caliber player one day, I have to finish at the rim. I have to dunk more, show people I can jump. Guys?
He keeps adding layers to his game. Thank you, Doris. Now here's Leonard. He has 5, and it's San Antonio with another.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Warriors trail by 17. Here's Iguodala. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night.
A pretty delivery that time from Iguodala.
Parker dishes to Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Baines is checked in, and Boris Diaw is subbed for Tim Duncan. Parker against Thompson. Parker kicks to Green. Spurs passing it around. The pass to Parker. Here's the three. And Lee pulls it down.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter. You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. Can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and it's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. But with David Lee and his broken wrists, often having a setback like that at an early age, Clark can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. With David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up.
Now here's Ginobili. Pass to Diaw. Another shot. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his third rebound on the night. Shoots from 12. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio leading by 18. Ginobili outside. He dishes it to Mills. Back to Ginobili. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Out to the wing. Mills with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. He really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
And the Spurs with possession. After the miss from Klay Thompson, Mills passes to Diaw. Now the feed to Mills. Lets a floater go. The Warriors pull it in. 1:33 left in the third. That bucket in no time at all. Thompson's got 14 points.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Now here's Ginobili. They set the screen. Passes it to Baines. The Warriors packing Oracle Arena, but plans for a new arena on the San Francisco waterfront by 2018. I've seen pictures. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, I can only imagine one of the great fan bases in all of basketball. Change of location from their original intended spot on the piers, the spot known as Mission Bay, about a mile south.
And a new coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and you look at the hurdles the Warriors had faced with their planned arena site on the piers. Political, bureaucrats, financial issues, and the cost of renovating the piers. But with their new site, those issues pretty much gone. Easy to see why they went in another direction.
And for the Warriors, a new line called the Central Subway, under construction, is expected to have a stop a block away from the new arena. So really good public access when that happens. And that's really good to hear, especially for Oakland fans still hoping to attend the game.
Here's Ginobili after the made shot from David Lee. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got 8 points.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now Mills. After the missed 3 from Iguodala. Here's Bellinelli. Here's Baines. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Baines has got 8 here in the quarter.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Thompson misses.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And Baines kicks to Mills, and he uses the glass on the layup. 5 points in the game.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Thompson inside the line. Here's Barbosa. And the Warriors miss again. And here comes Ginobili. Fires from deep. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Spurs opening up a huge gap. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Really excellent feed here, and I know we're used to seeing this guy score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that skill. Right here on that replay.
Here's Iguodala. Iguodala and Lee at the forwards. Barbosa is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Bogut in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Joseph. And Leonard has it in the corner. He feeds it to Ayers. All alone. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Spurs.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Leonard, no luck. Warriors shooting just 31% in the game. And Andrew Bogut, the bucket on the assist from David Lee.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And Joseph kicks to Bonner. Spurs passing it around. Well, Clark, the NBA becoming more up-tempo, more wide open over the last decade or so. Last season, the league average pace was the fastest it's been in over 2 decades.
And I think fans and broadcasters enjoy seeing the guys play at that pace. You know, you go back to 2001, allowing zone defenses for the first time in the NBA. In 2003, eliminating 2 hand checks on the perimeter. I think those 2 changes made a significant difference.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Stolen by Barbosa. Now here's Lee. Defense right on him. Leonard with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Now here's Thompson. Puts one up from 19. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 8 points for David Lee.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Ayers dishes to Leonard. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Thompson misses.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Now here's Joseph. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Uncovered. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Lee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
And David Lee, tremendous feet and excellent hands for a big guy. Really good touch catching and finishing around the rim. Either hand, he's really an adept finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
Now here's Joseph. They kick it out to Green. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Green's got 9 points here in the second half. Dishes to Lee. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Kicks it to Ayers. Feeds it to Joseph. Pass to Leonard. On the wing, Green. 5 to shoot. Right side, Green. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one. And for David Lee, Steve, not just valued by his team for his play on the court, but also his presence in the locker room.
Yeah, a good teammate, makes a big difference in the community. Those things can really help and make a big contribution to team chemistry.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Jeff Ayers. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Corey Joseph. It's Ginobili with the drive. Mills passes to Ginobili. Good defense by Iguodala.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
It's hauled in by Ginobili.
Very poor shot selection there, guys. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Spurs.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Parker. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
The Spurs making a switch here. Baines is checked in.
You know, over the years we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other players seem to stay healthy. And it may be just genetic makeup, it could be off-season training, but it does seem that staying healthy can also almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
Now Thompson. Ginobili missing from long range.
And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for them.
Here's Mills. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. The dish now to Diaw. The pass to Baines. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on David Lee.
At the line for the Spurs, Aaron Baines. 2.
First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Good on the shot. 17 seconds left in the game. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. And here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Guys, I'm here with Tony Parker.